Hello, everyone, and welcome to Realm Lore. We are getting ready to go live right now, so stand by, and here we come. There we go. Okay. Hello, and welcome to Realm Lore. This is the channel where we share in epic conquests, heroic battles, and even in the heartbreaking betrayal and stories of love and loss. We specialize in tabletop games. We are here to entertain, educate, and teach you in all your nerdy fantasies. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. And here are my fellow Realm Lorians.
Hey, I'm Oak Shaggy. I'm gonna be serving as game master for this campaign.
Hello, I am Lynx. I am, well, just a player character for the now, but hopefully other things later. And
Hello, I am Gracier, and I am playing a dark elf named Talith, and we're gonna have some sadistic fun.
Hi everyone, I am Cassio, and I am not drunk. My character's name is.
Hi, I'm Normac, and I'm new to everything.
And I'm Pinkyless. Hello, and I am your webmaster here and the GM. So, we're going to get right into the role play. This is our very first episode. If you caught last week's episode, we introduced ourselves. So, feel free to reference back to that. But we're going to talk a little bit about what Realm Lore is, and then we're going to jump right into, I'm going to pass it over to the GM, and we're going to jump right into the role play. So, Realm Lore is right now, we started off as a tabletop role-playing group here. And a lot of us, like Link Stargazer, has experience in board games and also in the 40K universe, as well as many other card games and, well, all types of games. As well as we have our painting master over here, Grace here. But what Realm Lore really was we are a gaming group that is trying to create a couple stories. So we're right now pursuing Rogue Trader. And while we pursue Rogue Trader, we are going to also bring probably our next show, which will be D&D, possibly 5th edition, or we're thinking about a vampire role play, maybe even at the turn of the century, possibly a World War II themed, late World War I themed, post World War I era. But really what Realm Lore is you're gonna see us here playing video games, role playing, demoing, doing unboxings for different board games and stuff, and also doing some paint demos. Thanks, Drunk Captain Solo, for the follow. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're aiming to do. So go ahead and stay tuned over the next weeks. We're going to be bringing up, and we're just going to be putting all of our effort into this. There's no donate yet, but there might be. But anything that we get, we're going to put right back into the stream. We're going to try and make this the best stream for you and try and bring you more content and bring you the best quality that we can. With that, I think I'm going to pass it on over to our GM, because I don't think we're going to get into the story next, and then we're going to get into characters, and we're going to get going. So I'll pass it over to you, GM Oak Shaggy.
Thanks, Pinkyless. So we're going to be playing in the Camelot system in the Ultima Segmentum. For those of you new to Warhammer 40K and Rogue Trader in general, it's on the eastern fringes of the Imperium of Man. So there's all kinds of good baddies over there. You've got your Tau and your Tyranids, and we'll probably see a few Dark Eldar, which are my personal favorite throughout the adventure. But the name of this campaign is Hidden Enemies, and I'm going to turn the time over to each of our individual player characters to introduce themselves for a minute or two, and then we'll set the scene and go from there.
all right, I am Brother Dynamis Maynard. I am a missionary, and my goals in the life is to figure out why am I missing my memory? For some reason, I found this relic, and I'm not sure quite what it does, as well as I'm not quite sure what it's for. But I have a divine purpose to find out my destiny, as well as be able to find out um, just where I belong in life, where I'm going. Why did I see demons? And is there well, of course, I'm also supposed to bring people back to the Emperor. That is my main goal too. Back to the light of the Emperor, because the Emperor protects.
All right, so I'm Grace here, and I will be playing Taltalith, Voidwalker. I am a Dark Eldar Trueborn Cabalite, hailing from the city of Kamora. While on a real space raid, my group fell under fire. I was cut off from my group and knocked out. While the real space raid continued and finished, and my kin left without me, and so I have been bought, and I'm currently enslaved to the Imperium.
And I'm Pinky List. My character's name is Vilmar Markovius. Vilmar Markovius is a Void 1, Level 1 Void Master. Vilmar Markovius was raised in space. He has known nothing but the cold, dead bulkheads. He lost his parents and his mother in a spaceborne attack at a very young age. His father, who did his best to raise him, bounced him from space station to space station until he finally left him behind, where Vilmar scrounged and scraped by any living that he could feasibly scrape by until he got onto a small a small freighter ship, but that was kind of engaged in some very rogue-ish activities. Not a rogue trader, but just another captain just doing some shady activity. Captain's name was Shifty, and Shifty. So while they were out on a run, they get hit up by the homunculus of the Dark Eldar, where all sorts of bad and crazy experiments happen to Vilmar. And if you know anything about the homunculus, they're just evilly sadistic and just bad. And they're essentially telling Vilmar that they're going to kill him in all these great, nasty ways. And at the last minute, they get rescued by, I assume, the rogue traders, part of the rogue traders flotilla. From there, Vilmar becomes part of the traders flotilla group as a pilot. Means very little to the rogue trader, as he knows he's just somebody that can work for him and make a quick buck.
All right. And noble by birth, Poise grew tired of being told he was fated for greatness, and his rebellion led to his being cast out by his own family. As a seneschal, he is motivated by pride, but if you gain his trust, he might admit fear of his very own family, who has set out to hunt him down.
All right. And I will be role-playing Keenock Cronin. He was born on the Death World of Krieg, born and raised in the Death Corps. And his backstory is a bit of a mystery that I'll sort of let unfold as we play along. But all that we need to know right now is that he has left the Death Corps. He was able to find his way out. And now he travels the universe because he saw so much death. He's realized that in this horrible, vast expanse of the universe, that there are those who are strong and that there are those who are weak. And some people are worthy of life and others, and he seeks to be the messenger of death to those that aren't.
right, okay, I think that's back to you.
Your lips are moving, but we can't hear anything.
Okay, hold on for 1 second while we try and get Oak Shaggy into the chat.
Are you doing that thing where you're faking us out? You better not be.
Your lips are moving, but we cannot hear anything.
All right. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and go right to a standby menu while we figure this technical difficulty out. As with any new stream, you can expect these little hiccups. Just be thankful that there's no T-Rexes and this isn't Jurassic Park. Do 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 do. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Hold up. We now have our GM, Shaggy, back with us. Go ahead and get us up to the live panel. There we go, everybody. And, oh.
Can hear me or you cannot hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
And we are live. Nope, can't hear you now.
Well, this will be interesting
Go.
because my little bloop noise isn't coming on. So I also, can you guys say something? Because I can't hear anyone.
We can hear you.
Can you hear
You
us?
can't hear anyone?
You can hear
What?
us?
Now I can.
There you go.
All right. Technical
You
difficulties.
bastard.
Darn tech priests.
That was not the whole problem,
Oh.
though.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Would
So
have been
we-
good had it been.
Oh, goodness.
As you can tell, chat, we are professional streamers.
It's all 100% real here, folks.
All right, so we're
So-
gonna pick it back up from where we left off. We all just gave a quick character description of what our who our characters are, and they're going to be posted on the website as well if they aren't already. Are they linked?
Huh?
Are our character sheets posted on the website?
They are not.
Okay, well
Yeah,
we'll
that's
have
fine.
them. That's fine. We'll have them posted shortly. All right. Ochegi
point.
GM is going to take over.
Wonderful. All right. So taking off, we find two of our intrepid explorers. We find, oh, goodness gracious, Poise. And now my mouse isn't working. Alongside our Dark Eldar in the Lady Elvain's court in the underworld of Port Arthur, our Dark Eldar friend locked in a cage, shock collar securely tightened around his neck. Every once in a while, the giant ogre walks around the cage and rattles a little bit, throws some rocks at him, and our good friend Poise is in the corner speaking to some nefarious-looking individuals about some illicit dealings. I'm sure.
Has anyone seen one of these in a cage before?
I'll show you what's in a cage, human.
Poke.
Meanwhile, we also have our good friend Brother Maynard, who recently arrived at Port Arthur, and he has made his way to the chapel run by Father Tuck, and he's been sent here by his special order of Hospitalars to aid Father Tuck in his dealings, and has just now entered Father Tuck's chapel.
Why, hello, Brother Tuck. How can I help you? I am reporting for duty.
Oh, Brother Maynard, don't need to be so formal. Thank you for your efforts. We've needed a great deal of help. What did you bring?
I have brought my, weaponry, of course, and I have brought the relic as requested. I show forth the relic, but it's fast, tightly around my neck, and it's, of course, of curious workmanship, but do you want to describe it?
I'll let you describe it if you'd like. Links.
Okay. Well, the reliquary is a little bit of kind of like a rosary, but kind of circular in formation, and has got a couple squiggly lines around it, and is a very ominous looking item. So I'll probably have to draw one later.
We'll for sure need some sketches. So you find yourself here at a perilous time, Brother Maynard. We're beset from all sides. I fear that the normal levels of corruption and evil in high places has grown beyond control. Is why I've requested your assistance.
Well, I am sorry. That darn cogitator's acting up again. But I'm glad to be of service. What is it that you need of me?
We have allies that need bolstering. I need you to go and support a friend of mine. He's a local rogue trader. He goes by the name of Skipper. I need you to support him for the time being and report back to me all that you've seen.
Where may I locate Skipper?
From what I've been told, he's rounding up some new recruits at the Lady Elaine's court, and you will have to tolerate the woman long enough, and who knows what vile creatures she may have in her possession. But go to her, and you will find the man you're looking for.
Well, without further ado, I will go and find the Skipper. Thank you, Father Tuck.
While our good priest makes his way to the court of Lady Elaine, we have our Void Master, and his Deathcore companion are currently on a shuttle headed for the Port Arthur main docking. A scraggly voice comes over the command console and requests the docking orders for the shuttlecraft.
I assume that I have the docking order, so I go ahead and punch those in. This is Vilma coming in.
You clear to land, Vilmar. Just stay clear of of Drake's convoy. He's got a lot of cargo he's dropping off. So stay clear of that, and you're free to land at Hane Bay.
Roger that. We'll move to that hangar. Thank you very much. We proceed.
So as you dock, a garbled message comes over the console, and it's your compatriot currently in crime. His Highness, he's a known smuggler in the area and has been trying to go a little more legitimate for the time being, as he's come under a lot of heat, and his voice comes through the transmission. Volkmar, are you docked yet?
Vilma, yes, I am docked.
Okay, so there's been a change of plans. I'm gonna have to leave for the time being. Our last job was too hot, so you're gonna have to lay low for a minute too. I let Skipper know that you may be helping him out for the foreseeable.
No, where'd you go?
Uh-oh. Are you still there? Or are you pausing?
I'm still here. Can you?
Oh,
hear me?
hi. Hey, everybody. Hey, we can hear you. We got scared. Everybody was holding on by the edge of their teeth, string of their pants.
So I don't know where I cut out, but basically your boss told you he's gotta lay low and go into hiding, which he does pretty often. He's not the best partner to be working with, but he's told you that you're gonna have to work with Skipper for the time being, and he'll kind of keep an eye out for you till he can come back and scoop you up next time.
Right, boss. I got this.
So as we return to our Dark Eldar and Poise, the Lady Elaine is sitting in a huge throne at the back of the room. She's got her pet Ogren who kind of paces back and forth between her and just angrily looks at her, and then looks at the Dark Eldar, and looks at her, and looks at the Dark Eldar, and throws some more rocks every once in a while. There's a few more people that come to attend her until Brother Maynard and our two other explorers come into the room all together.
Let me out of this cage, Bonquet, and I promise your death.
What is that thing in a box? Somebody kill it immediately.
I'm so glad I'm not in the crew.
You're not so pleasurable to
Is there a
look at
zapper?
yourself.
Can I zap this thing while it's still talking? Is there literally a way I can zap it? Will I get in trouble?
Do you have awareness?
Do I have awareness? I do. It's basic.
Do you have it though, or is it basic? Like, is it trained for you, or is it a basic?
It's trained basic. Basic means it's trained, right?
Basic means you can do it without training. If it's trained, then you get to use your full.
Oh, well, should everything be basic then? Is that what's supposed to happen?
Like pilot's not basic.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, do you have one box or two boxes?
One box check. Just the one.
You probably. I'm pretty sure you've got it trained. We'll have to double check your notes, but we're gonna say you're trained. What's your perception roll? Your perception.
44.
So go ahead and roll over on that web page percentile. Let's see if you get under it. You're gonna have a negative 10 modifier because it's small. Which
Am I rolling a D10? Or on the percentile?
On the
Okay, got it.
yes, sir. You want a 30. You think that there should be a shocker, but you can't see how to make the shocker work.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't shock it. I just curse at it a couple times and then just sit in the corner and wait for something to happen.
So a few minutes later, a gentleman walks in, dark hair, thin, with a tight brown bodysuit and a jacket. He'll have a pistol on his hip and a sword strapped to his back. He'll nod to the Ogren as he comes in and walk towards the Lady Lane. He'll take a knee. It's my pleasure to wait to you, my lady. My captain says that you have something for me to pick up. Of course, my dear. Thank you for your promptness. I have this wonderful creature that I have found possession, as well as the weapons that your master ordered. I assume he is still up for the job that I've tasked him with. He'll kind of roll his eyes a little bit and nod. Yes, my lady. He is aware, and we are so excited to bring you what you've asked for. She would wave over to Poise.
Yes.
My dear, take the creature and the equipment to the skipper and see that he does good on his word and he returns what I've asked him to bring.
My pleasure. So I proceed to take the creature.
So
Hand me, you fiend!
the Ogren would pull out of his pocket the little taser deal, and he'd like point at it, and then point at the neck, and then point at the taser, and hand you the deal.
I spit at the ogre.
You better be ready there.
He draws up a big Ogren-sized loogie, which would be a lot of loogie, and just hawks it all over your little Dark Eldar face.
Ah!
All right, so Bill would look around at the rest of you, and there would be the other individuals there as well, and there would also be 5 other. Oh my goodness gracious! 5 other red shirts, we'll call them. You know, they may not have red shirts on, but we'll call them red shirts. And they're there as well, and he would wave at all of you and say, "Whoever's coming with me, let's go."
This is the skipper, right?
This is the skipper. Is his first mate.
The skipper's first mate, and this is the one I'm supposed to be working for. I kind of look.
And you would know him. You would recognize him. You know who he is.
Oh, okay. Well, I look over at Normac's character, and I just kind of give him a nod, and I kind of point over, like, let's go, and I kind of move out.
Have I arrived
Nod
yet?
back.
You're there, brother Maynard. You're there.
Oh,
I don't
good.
talk to priests.
You got
What
there with the
is
rest of them.
this Xeno's doing in the middle of the room? Has anybody shown him kindness yet?
I'll show you kindness, monkey, with my poison-tipped dagger.
I pull out my my chainsword and say, "Do you want mercy? I will show you kindness."
All right.
You'll beg for mercy when I'm done with you.
He's under my watch. Both of you. Calm down.
Oh, you are leashing this thing? Oh, I pray for you, sir.
I do what the lady asks.
So as Bill is kind of leading you out the door, he'd point to two of the other folks that are with you, pick up the crate, and he'd take off his coat. He'd put it over the Dark Eldar, and he would kind of flip up the hood over his face, so that way you can only kind of see the most predominant sticky-outy bits of his face. He would lead you through the underbellies of the station. You'd pass all kinds of just sad creatures. You know, it'd be old school. I don't know. I haven't seen the new one, but the old school Mars movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where the baby is coming out of the dude's gut and stuff like that. So just all kinds of weird, three-armed hookers, and it would not be a pleasant place to be once you left the immediate court. You'd wake your way up to more. Yeah, that way you can help. It
wrong anatomy, bro.
Total Recall.
There's room to cuddle.
That's the one. And as you make your way up to the main decks of the space station, the lights would be much brighter. It would look very very industrious. You'd have merchants going back and forth, and Arbites troopers walking up and down the decks, and whenever they would kind of pass by the first mate would kind of cheat his body to hide the Dark Eldar as much as he possibly could, and you'd be heading towards the docking bay.
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
I just want to inspect this little taser weapon that was handed.
Do you have any useful skills like tech use or anything else like that?
Nope. Let me look.
It's pretty straightforward.
Evaluate.
There's one button. It's pretty straightforward.
All right. So the both of you, just remember, this is straightforward. I know how.
There'd be a little dial at the very bottom. Upon close inspection, you'd see as well.
Okay, I'm going to turn it all the way to one direction.
The direction closest to what it was previously, or the other way?
The other way.
Okay. It turns a whole lot and then stops. So you'd continue walking through a little bit, trying to stay clear of the Arbites patrols as much as possible, and then you'd make your way to the dock, and you'd see a variety of ships. You'd see a little it could hold maybe 20, 25 people in it, a little runner skiff, and standing in front of it would be several Arbites troopers, one of which is in a different uniform. Obviously, he's a sergeant or something else like that, and they're just kind of standing there talking to each other, pointing at the ship, and having quite the conversation. And Bill would look very, very frustrated at the moment.
So we're looking at the ship?
Your ship.
What an unelegant piece of space trash.
My ship?
What, you?
Bill's ship, and you're way back. There's troopers between you and the ship, and Bill looks like he doesn't want to go over to it now.
Oh.
Disgusting piece of garbage. You're actually going to take me on this?
Should we talk nicely to these troopers, guys?
Should I handle this? What is the problem? What is the holdup?
You
I
walking
don't-
up, Brother Maynard?
I don't.
Excuse me.
Hold on.
trooper!
Hold on. Somebody, can we punch in the cage?
Just real quick, meta game. He's walking. He's walking. His hands are shackled under the cloak.
I just kind of just check him to the back. Am I close to him where I can kind of just give him a little punch?
Oh yeah.
As soon as he starts opening as
check.
quick as I can, he opens up his mouth. I'm gonna go for a jab to his gut, whatever I think the Eldar gut is. I don't know, to his side, to his maybe kidney.
You get punched, Gracier. It hurts.
Ouch.
So, what's the holdup? Why are we stopping?
Bill kind of shakes his head a little bit. They're just gonna hassle us again. They knew we were coming, and they've been waiting for us. And he points at the Dark Elder, and I don't want to lose the reason I came here.
All right. So, looking around, what do these people look like? The troopers? Are they Imperials? Are they just?
They're Adeptus Arbites, so they're like Imperial police, basically, kind of like the Marshals would be the closest equivalent.
Lynx, think of the new Necromunda pacifiers. They look like those guys.
Okay. I'll handle this.
So can you
I'll
tell us
walk
how many
forward.
there are in the nearby?
I'm gonna walk forward and flash the Omnissiah of Antioch pendant I'm wearing, the holy relic, and say, "Excuse me, troopers. Can you clear the path? We are trying to."
They would give you a look up and down. What business do you have here with this ship, priest?
We are on a mission of utmost importance, and it's of utmost secrecy as well. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to divulge the purpose of my mission. But me and my friends must.
I turn away. I don't want to be noticed.
I whisper to sorry, Cassio. What's your character's name again? Poise.
Poise.
I whisper to Poise, release me, and I will dispatch them quickly without anyone noticing.
All right, Lynx. Hold on, sorry. Pinkulus, did we decide, is your dude, does he have that wanted?
Yeah, he's wanted. He's an enemy of the Adeptus, and he's a peer of the underworld. That's why I was looking away.
Those are good things. What would it be like a disguise? Let's roll disguise, maybe? Want to see with agility, maybe? You got that somewhere?
I have, let's see, agility. No.
Disguise, it's a basic skill if you don't have it.
But I'm also unremarkable, which also gives me the ability. It's not really. I mean, it's a trait or a talent, but it's up to the GM's discretion from that I know. But it also it means I'm kind of not indistinguishable from others. There's nothing that sets me apart from anybody else. You know what I mean? I'm very easy to blend in.
All right. Well,
but
okay,
I should
that's good.
still
So
roll and have to roll off that thing, I think. But
So I know him, right? So I kind of understand the situation. No one can see my face. I got that rebreather deathcore mask thing going on. I kind of step forward a little bit to kind of conceal him a little bit, you know, and also so I'm ready if anything goes down. I'm kind of there at the front with the Maynard.
all right. So let's go ahead and roll for disguise. But we'll give you a plus 20 because you got guys trying to like help you out and get in the way and stuff.
okay, yeah, I don't. I only have awareness. Yeah, I don't have disguise. It's not trained for me. So okay, and it's fell. It's 32 for me. So let me roll. There's my roll.
That would be quite the failure. Quite the failure.
We're dying.
Can
We're
I
dying
just
today.
can I just quick draw both of my bolt pistols and just frickin' blast them
Well,
or blast two people?
that's metagaming, and unfortunately, you won't be able to see that he failed. So
You
Yeah, you
can
don't know.
do
You're
that,
right, you're
but
right,
you
you're
shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. So one of them, as Brother Maynard is talking, one of them kind of like says something into his deal that you guys don't. Well, we'll see. Who's got?
Can I
who's got
roll to
awareness?
perceive that he's doing that?
Shouldn't I-
Yeah. Hold.
shouldn't
Go
I
ahead,
roll
Blinks.
to see if I was able to influence them at all?
Let's see what they do. You'll get your roll. You just wait. Everyone who wants to
Okay.
roll awareness to see if they heard it can roll it. Go for it. Tell me if you succeed or not.
D10.
We're gonna say it's
D100.
so before you roll. He's trying to be quiet. We're gonna give you a negative 20 to your deal. So just be aware. It's on a percentile.
How does 89 look?
89 would be a failure, I assume. Just tell me if you pass.
I am also trained in awareness. I don't know if that helps.
What does that mean? If
So
we're
that
trained?
means if you're trained, you don't have your skill in it. So if you're untrained and it's a basic skill, you have to half your stat. So if it's a 50, you have to do under 25. If you're trained, you get to have you get to use the whole thing.
What if I hit my roll? My perception is 39 and I hit 39 and I have a basic skill,
Then
but
you-
we determined
then
that
you-
was trained probably.
Then you make it.
Okay, so I hear it.
Pinky, you hit 22, yeah.
Which I imagine
failed.
my ears would be probably more open to it than everybody else because I would know.
My perception's 41. I rolled a 39.
If I
Alright,
hear
so
him
most of
saying
you
to
hear-
it, I kind of nudge Normac's character.
So let's just go back. So he was trying to be quiet. So it was a negative 20. So did anybody? You want a sub 20 from your stat? Did anybody actually hit what they needed to hit? So whatever your stat is, you subtract 20 from it because he's trying to.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. My
Nope.
perception's 44. What would I need?
You rolled an 89, Cassio.
89.
You would needed if your perception was 44, you needed a 20
Or lower?
or lower. You always want to go under the stat.
Yeah, mine was over the
Unless
base stat anyway, so
you're casting a psychic power, and then you want to get a 95 to 100. Not really, but that's when the demons come out. So you don't really want to do that, but I want you to do that.
you're a bad person.
So he says something into his deal, but you don't know. Lynx, you kind of show off your little priestly ways and everything. What's your fellowship, Lynx?
Fellowship is 41.
And you get some bonuses because you're flashing your necklace, right?
Correct. Plus 10 to Imperial.
So go ahead and roll that.
Yay!
So the sergeant kind of taps him on the shoulder. The guy that spoke into his comlink. All right, go ahead, priest. You can be on your way. You and your companions can be on.
Why, thank you. You are most kind. I ask for the Emperor's mercies upon you and blessings. And just kind of hurry my troop along.
Yeah, I just kind of walk by with my head down, assuming that I'm not caught or anything. Probably.
The dude that talked into his comlink would just eye you, pinkyless, as you're walking, and would just kind of stare you down the whole time.
Foreshadowing.
I would just kind of walk away and just kind of not make a big fuss about it.
That's a good plan. All right, so you guys would get into the runner skiff. You guys would go in.
What
Bill-
is that smell? Ugh.
Smells like Void Walker.
Smell like monkey.
You got an issue with the Voidwalker?
Quiet, Xeno scum!
Is your name
Bill would-
your ship the Voidwalker?
What? Eh?
Because that is my surname, Voidwalker.
Are you telling me this as your character, or are you just telling me this out of character?
I'm just telling you this out of character.
Oh no, I know my ship's not named Voidwalker. I don't have a ship. I'm borrowing the Rogue Trader ship right now. Whatever he named the ship, unless he let me name it.
This is just the runner. It doesn't have a name. They just use it. It's the runner.
This is the one I'm piloting?
So it's not the same one you're piloting before. That was with the smuggler dude. So Bill would just kind of look at you, and he would not sit down in the pilot seat. He would just look at you when you guys went in there.
I go sit down and just assume that I'm going to be piloting. Be like, okay, where are we going? Coordinates?
All right. He would tap into some component or some coordinates onto the stellar map, and you on your augers you could see that the Terra's Mercy would be off in the distance as the name of the skipper's ship, and you can fly there pretty straightforward if you want to.
Oh, Captain, I assume you're the captain there, Bill. Where would you like this Kabbalite?
Preferably in the what do you call that?
Don't we have a brig? Or don't you have a brig? Wait, this is just a shuttle,
in the air
isn't
dock.
it?
Put him in the
There would
space.
be no brig.
Wherever you put me, I'm
Why don't
sure
you just
the
blast him
smell
out the
won't be
airlock?
any
That's probably
better.
the best place.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, do I need to roll for that, or
Is
Bill would,
there a compartment on this ship, or if there's a compartment on the ship for it, I would say go to that compartment. Otherwise, I would just say sit down, strap it in, and chain it up.
So there would be the cockpit, which has got some, half a dozen chairs. You'd have the galley in the mess hall, which again would have half a dozen or so chairs. There'd be a bunk room with 3 bunk beds in it, and that would be about it. There's an engine room because there's an engine.
I would say I would tell Poise. I'd just say, just keep them out of the main ship compartments and just keep a close eye on them. Keep them chained down. If you need help, grab one of these other guys.
Oh, he will need help.
I slap him.
Do you slap him, or are you just saying that?
No, I actually slapped this character. The Dark Eldar raped me and prodded me and wanted to kill me. Like, yeah, I'm not happy with it.
All right, Gracier, you kind of get slapped a little bit there. It hurts again.
You
just
filthy monkey! You touch me again.
I walk
and
away
I
while
will
he's talking
have
and go
your
back to my
kisses.
seat.
All right, Bill would stand up and say, "Knock, for throne's sake, sit down and shut up. We'll be there in a minute."
Yep.
I just want to say that this
Just
whole
pilot.
time Cronin has just taken a seat somewhere in the corner, away from the conversation, and he's just fiddling with a coin in the corner in his hand.
What's that?
Doesn't matter.
Suit yourself.
Now, I make my way
Looking for it.
to Normac's character, and hello. Have you heard the good word of the Emperor today? Anything I can help you with?
Is there anything you can help me with?
Yes, confessions, blessings, and I've got the pamphlets. I pull out some papers and things of sacramental prayers and stuff like that. Anything I can help you and find your way back to the Emperor.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
I do know what I'm talking about. I am one of the Emperor's messengers. I'm here to bring back all forms of humanity back to his good grace.
He just kind of ignores you and looks back at his coin.
Oh no, okay. I'll say a prayer for you, brother.
All right, so you guys make your small talk for, the hour or two it takes you to make it through real space to the Grace of Terra, and you see a pretty plain looking vessel. It's going to have some armaments across the top and the front of the ship. Nothing as impressive as what you would have seen docking and leaving from Port Arthur, and the whole time Bill just kind of shakes his head, leans back with his feet crossed and his arms across his chest. He takes a nap a little bit here and there, but he doesn't seem too terribly excited about the prospect of what's going
I look over at Bill. If I feel comfortable, I ask him, what is it?
The Lady Lane, she's going to screw us over again. She always does, and she will.
So why are we doing business with her?
I'm not the captain.
Yeah. Me neither.
So you guys would dock, and the little ship would come in, and it would be dwarfed. I mean, the ship, even though it's not very impressive, is still huge. It would be big enough for hundreds, if not 1,000 people to live on it, and it would require a great deal of force to operate the ship. As
Oak.
What's up?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but during the transit, I look for any opportunity that Poise might be distracted, that I might be able to take advantage and
Take advantage in what?
and overcome him, like knock him out or something.
Well, what? I'm trying to think. Is Poise paying a great deal of attention, or is he kind of asleep at the wheel for the transit there?
Just look at my eyes. Not paying attention.
Isn't that what you're supposed to roll to do? You got to roll for that, don't you?
Well, if he's paying attention, I mean, there may not be an opportunity, but if he's dicking around, then there certainly would be. So I'm gonna.
Well, now he knows he's got to pay attention.
We're gonna go on the honor system here. So there would not have been a great opportunity. You can roll, and if you pass or fail, I'll tell you the same thing. But if you want to try, you can. I mean, he's just a little monk.
Sure, I'll roll for it. Why not?
So what are you trying to do? We'll say you guys are alone for a few minutes. Tell me specifically what you're trying.
Ooh, you guys are alone. Finally.
It's like junior
Oh,
high.
I don't know. Knee him in the crotch or something. If he gets too close to
Say
me.
crotch again.
Crotch.
I would assume, since he wasn't slapping the face or spitting at you, that he probably didn't come close enough to be kneading the groin. I could be wrong, but that would be my assumption.
Yeah, I would be, counting on that taser thing with the button and the.
So if you want to try to close the distance in a unassuming way, you could try that.
I think I'll wait for a better opportunity.
Okay, I will. I will help you do that, but just most people are not going to trust you. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm sure you know that they don't.
Oh, of course.
They don't like.
Of course. I'm a part of the Dark Eldar. Nobody likes me.
What is your? Do you have? I'm trying to think of the right skill. Either is disguise what you use to hide small things, or is there like a move style?
Disguise or what? It cut out, Oaks.
Or like a move silently or something else like that? Sneak.
Yes, there's a silent move, and then there's also a sleight of hand.
We'll be a little What's the stat? Is it agility with some?
They're both agility.
All right, I'm gonna roll for you. Tell me your stat for agility.
For agility, I have a 41.
Okay, well, I'll keep this up here for later so you can look at it. But well, yeah, you make a lot of ruckuses. You try to take advantage of any perceived opportunity.
All right.
But we'll keep looking, and I'll keep an open opportunity to see if there's a chance for you to sneak around and get the better of it.
And I'm gonna just point the weapon at him and play with the.
So you land.
Oh no, lost audio, Oaks.
Still good? Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Perfect. So you land. The little prow opens up, and you guys all walk down. Cassio probably a safe distance away from the Dark Elder, but maybe not. You see 40 dudes kind of stand there. Some of them have weapons. Some of them just covered in grease and filth. You see a pretty unassuming looking dude, Pinkulus. You would recognize him, and Cassio, you would recognize him as the skipper. Just a little naval cap and a jacket very similar to the jacket that used to be worn by Bill. As soon as you guys got on the runner, Bill would take his coat back from Gracier and would throw it back on himself, and Bill would kind of nod at Skipper, and Skipper would kind of nod at Bill, and you guys would walk
down. Hello, Skipper.
I acknowledge
Boys,
him.
how's it going? He gave you both a wide grand smile. It's good to see you, Poise. Velmar, welcome aboard. Hylas told me he wanted you to spend some time here since he was going to be on hiatus for a minute. So make yourself.
All right.
Ah.
Do you have a place where I can store this Voidwalker?
Skip would turn and look at Bill and shake his head. For throne's sake, Bill, you brought a Drukai here. Half the station's terrified to death of him, the other half want to mate with him. Why would you? What were you? Bill would just kind of shake his head. Elaine said that you wanted it, and she gave it to me. The skipper would kick the box of equipment that you guys have been trucking around. This is what I was after. And he pointed to two of the dudes that are kind of covered in grease. Take it to the sergeant at arms. You can babysit your boss's pet, Cassie or
Poise.
I look
All
for an
right.
opportunity to talk to the captain.
He's just standing there.
Hello, I am Brother Maynard. I am sent here from Father Tuck. You have Yusuf? What can I do?
He'd kind of give you a confused look. Father Tuck said,
Yes, Father Tuck sent me.
okay, well, we can always use an extra pair of hands. What was your name again?
Brother Didymus Radard.
He would kind of look to some of the members of the crew that were covered in grease and wave him over. Help the priest with anything he needs.
Well, thank you. You're too kind. May the Emperor bless you.
So as we check our notes
Captain.
here a little bit. Yes.
I can be of great service to you if you free me.
I caution not to listen to the Xeno scum.
He would walk over, see the shackles, pull something out of his pocket, kind of clasp it around the shackles. The shackles would fall off, he'd look at the collar and he'd look at his own neck and tap himself on the neck and say, "No funny business."
Well, you're the most upstanding monk I've met so far.
The compliments won't get you very far.
What about a show of skill?
If you can serve, then you can eat.
Very well. Where would you have me, my captain? And I do an elegant.
Shackled on the bed.
He's not into that Xenos business. He would say in due time. You'll get your rack in due time. He'd kind of like whistle and wave his fingers around. I can't whistle, or I would whistle, but I can't. All right, crew. Thank you. All right, crew, listen up. We got a salvage operation. The Lady Levane has got something that she wants us to procure for her. It's probably a lot more dangerous than it sounds because she just says it's floating out there on the. Oh, goodness gracious. What's the name of my ship? Hold on a second, team. The Vault of Mercer. So she's just sitting on there in some derelict, the Vault of Mercer. But you're going to want to keep a wry eye. So get some grub and get some sleep. We'll be over there and we'll send some of you folks out to get it tomorrow.
Sounds good. Who's cooking?
So Bill would walk off and he'd kind of go this way and you guys would be walking towards the map.
Yeah, just follow along.
Can I talk to Bill when I have the chance?
You can talk to Bill.
All right, I just ask him. I seek the one known as Flatface.
What do you want Flatface for? And he'd smile at you.
You know what I want him for.
I don't think I do. He usually hangs out with the Lady Lane, so I guess you could ask her.
Cool.
He just kind of shake his head and chuckle to himself. Flat face. Oh, that flat face.
Is that like, no-nos from the Monkey Pirates?
The dude's name is Malcolm Flatface. Was that dude's name?
That's what it said in the thing you sent.
Yeah, dude's name is Malcolm Flatface. So, but he refers to him as Flatface, which would be it's not a nice nickname. He has a very flat face for some reason. Okay, so you guys head to the mess hall. Anybody else want to talk to anybody before you get there? And if not, we'll just have you end up at the.
I'm hungry. Let's eat.
All right, so you walk in.
Should we pause right there? Do you guys want to take like a 5-minute recess? Do you guys want to keep going?
It's probably a good idea.
We can do that.
Okay, that'll be a good time. All right, everybody out there, if you'll go ahead and stand by, we will be right back with some more Realm Lore, Rogue Trader, Hidden Enemies.
Cool.
This is so much more stressful than doing it
right
at
back.
home.
I'm gonna go get some more tea.
Tea, Cassio.
All right, everybody,
back.
and we are back.
Welcome back. Last we left our folks. They were headed to the mess hall. As they make their way in, there's a lot of hungry looking folks getting to chow time, and Bill kind of waves at one of the empty tables and says, "You guys get some grub," and he heads off into the back.
I proceed to get grub and to walk away from the Dark Eldar. I'm gonna punch him any chance he looks at me.
As I'm getting my meal, I take the opportunity to proselyte to many of the people chowing down and making sure that they're in the good graces of the Emperor and see what they believe and what they don't believe.
Do I need a roll to be able to tune him out, or
Your mind would be accustomed to it at this point. It was a quick adaptation that you made. So you guys sit down. You'd recognize one dude from the initial group of red shirts that you met, and he would excitedly kind of wave you guys over to his table. It'd be him and another dude who doesn't look quite so friendly.
I think we
made
don't
a
move
friend.
over there. Move over.
During this time, I'm studying poise to look for the best opportunity that I might have to steal the shock control.
What's your awareness or perception?
That would be a 41, and I am trained in awareness.
I have 44 perception, not trained in awareness.
I rolled for you, and I will show you later what I rolled, but for right now, you don't see any good opportunities. Not that there's no opportunities there, but you just don't see them. So the young kid would kind of wave you down. You guys would sit down next to him, and he'd be like, "How, you guys? It's long time no see. Excited to see you guys again, Brother Maynard. How's the proselyting?"
Oh, it's going quite well. Unfortunately, these are not pupils who are wanting to hear what I am teaching or preaching.
He would slap the guy next to him and say, "Come on! This is the guy I was telling you about. He's gonna make sure he stays safe. He's gonna."
My guy pulls out the equivalent of crap dice and just starts playing craps with himself, or like the equivalent.
Have you seen my chance cube?
I slapped the Dark Elf.
I backhand him back.
That's true. You are free. I'm just
gonna
kidding.
have
I
to
don't
stun
really.
you.
All right, you guys slap each other a little bit.
I don't know what setting this is on, Pinky List.
No, my guy doesn't do nothing. I don't even think my guy's next to your guy. If anything, he's standing next to Normek's character.
You probably would not. You would probably sit as far opposite, I would imagine.
Otherwise, I might kill him. Like, my guy's probably
So-
itching at his blaster only because of his past.
So I want to ask the this kid, what's new? What's going on?
Nothing. I found my friend Joel that I was looking for. The scruffy looking dude would just kind of shake his hand and kind of nod at the same time. And yeah, Harrow, you found me. It's good.
All right.
So he would introduce himself. Joel, the excited one, would say, "This is my buddy Haru. He was the one I was telling you about, Brother Maynard, and he's not. I mean, he's a believer, but he likes to hide it. You know."
Oh, well, great! I will start, just go into my whole entire spiel and just try to convert him and talk his ear.
Can I get up and walk away?
Yeah.
I get up and I walk out.
I'm going to discreetly follow.
Okay. Well, you left your warm porridge, your warm gruel there, and follow after him. Gracie, are you trying to do anything sneaky, or are you just walking?
I'm just walking around the ship, just learning the layout.
All right, and what's your modus operandi for the following there?
Oh,
What's up?
I'm doing the same. I'm checking out the ship.
Do I notice
So-
him following me?
Yeah, I mean he's not trying to hide it. He's following you. So back in the mess hall, the two guys would be talking, and Joel would look at you, the grumpy one, Brother Maynard, and say, "You're just full of shit as the."
You cut out.
You got to hold
So
down a
Joel-
second longer while you finish your pen.
Joel, thanks, team. I will try. Joel, the grumpy one, looks at you after you kind of go off on your little rant about whatever the emperor and all that business, and says, "You're as full of shit as the skipper is."
What? What? How dare you?
My guy chuckles to
Who are
himself.
you? Who is
I've
this
seen
guy?
He's just a dude. I've seen too many dark things to believe the emperor protects and all that foolishness.
Oh, I've too have seen dark things. In fact, I have overcome them through the emperor's, through my faith in the emperor. Oh, and then I'll go and tell him what I remember from that meeting with the fight with the demon, and all. Do I even remember any of that?
You remember that you got attacked by demons, and that lots of people died, and it was a very traumatic, scary event.
Yeah, I'll tell him that about that whole entire ordeal. About, well, the demon had me in his clutches, and I had faith in the Holy Emperor, and he had protected me through the whole ordeal. And by golly, he protects, and I know it's true. And go on.
He'd kind of shrug his shoulders. He'd point to Normac and Pingless characters. And said, "What do you two? You think the Emperor protects?"
I look at him and just, where's everybody gamble around here? I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
You say anything, Normac?
I tell him he might protect others, but he doesn't protect me.
He'd look back at Brother Maynard. Neither of them seem to believe your story.
Well, it does not matter. It's you will see. You will see he is protection later. If not, then obviously it was your time to pass.
Sounds like a
I
horse.
I nod
horse shit to-
emphatically at what he just.
Sounds like BS to me. Joel, the excited one, would kind of push him and say, "Come on!" Or Haru, I apologize. Haru, the excited one, would kind of hit him. "Come on, Joel! You got to believe to get his." Joel would just kind of shake his head and say, "You don't know what you're talking about, Haru. The skipper's just as bad. Everybody, they're just out for themselves. They're just out for themselves."
I am not out for myself. I truly believe in this. I know it to be true. He protected me. I just showed you an example of his protection. How he protected me from the demons. And mark my words, they are real. Do you deny that the demons are?
So he'd pick up his bowl, spill the leftovers on the tray. "I've lost my appetite," and he'd walk off.
Oh, heretic.
So you two gentlemen that are walking around the ship, you see all the normal accoutrement of a spacefaring vessel. You see little servitors going around and all kinds of lights and levers and whatnot, and very, very small windows. Excuse me. Do you do anything in particular, or just kind of wander around, just making out, looking at stuff, and following Todd following? I apologize. Following Grace here while he does that.
Yeah, I may poke at something, but I'm just following Grace here. Make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
Grace here, you cause any mischief?
Can I inconspicuously scratch someone as I walk by?
What's your move silently again?
Under agility, my agility is 41.
All right, you go ahead and roll that. We'll let you roll that.
Oh, that's a terrible.
Well, you find a group of people kind of pressed together that are trying to fit through a corridor, and you try to scratch one, and you fail miserable, and he kind of just pushes you off. What? Get off me!
I put my hands up and say, "My apologies. I am just learning your vessel."
Any other shenanigans?
Not at this time.
All right, so there'd be some small talk in the the grub hall for a while, but after a few minutes with Joel having left, Howard would say, "All right, I'm gonna go find him. He's not a bad guy. He needs to get some."
Oh, face. Sure.
So you all there would be nothing planned for excitement until the following day. You're welcome to do whatever you'd like and until you hit the sack for the evening, and then tomorrow
Is there
will
a
be
brig
the
on the ship?
mission time. There would be a brig.
I go to the brig.
You go to the brig. There's one dude kind of sitting back, feet up, sitting against the thing. Another gentleman is passed out. You can smell alcohol in the.
So one's a guard and the other's passed out inside?
Correct.
Okay, I just look around and I leave. I find wherever my quarters are.
So there'd be just a series of bunk rooms. There'd probably be a dozen or so different bunk rooms, and each would have 3 or 4 bunk beds in the rooms, and you guys just kind of find whatever rack you want and do your thing.
Actually, my character would probably like to talk to other people about why they're there and where we're going, because I have no idea what's going on.
So anyone specific or just random people?
Random people, random crew members, and then possibly the first mate if I ever run into him.
You could talk to him again. He would hang out on the bridge.
Oh
So
yeah, I'd love to see the bridge.
So it's mostly glass. There's probably about 15 or 20 different stations, and it's probably cleaner than the majority of the ship that you've come across. You'd see you wouldn't see the skipper, but you'd see Bill sitting in the throne, in the command throne, and he'd kind of look at you and give you a nod when you.
Why, hello. What is our mission here?
Supposedly getting something off this salvage operation.
Oh, we're on a salvage operation. Anything in particular that we're looking for? Or what are we salvaging?
There's a weapon or an artifact or something. It's supposed to be this he kind of pulls out a picture, and it's like a data sled. It looks like a scepter, but like I'm trying to think how to, like a power mace. Looks like a power mace.
Okay.
A thin power mace.
Oh, interesting. And where are we going to acquire this salvage operation?
It's on the bones with Mercer. It's the derelict is maybe 6 or 7 hours out.
Is anything else of value that we're salvaging, or are we salvaging the whole ship? Or
Primary target is the artifact, but the skipper says if the away team can get the vessel going and get it moving, that we'll take that too, and anything else that's not bolted down.
Well then. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. And with that, I head back to my quarters.
So you would have private quarters, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. No.
Yes. Well,
The skipper's a man of faith. He doesn't trust you all with the priest.
Can I go to the bridge?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Will I be allowed on the bridge?
You could try.
Okay. Sure.
What?
What?
What? Bill says loudly at you when you walk in, and he turns around, kind of stands up out of.
Oh, I was just looking for the captain.
He's catching some shut-eye before the mission tomorrow.
You seem annoyed by me.
I think anger would probably be a better word.
Have you had dealings with my kin?
Everyone in the sector has had dealings with your kin. Everyone has had dealings with your.
So you don't believe I should be here?
I walk up behind him. I think he's calling you a soulless bitch.
My soul is very much intact, and it will not go to she who thirsts. Monkey.
Like the skipper said, if you can serve, then you can eat. If you can't, then you won't.
I can serve. Just as well as anyone else on this ship.
We'll find out soon enough.
My guy looks at Bill and says, "Hey, where's the gambling on the ship?"
He'd wave over to one of the dudes, show him where the guys have some fun. And one of the little crewmen there on the bridge would just kind of wave you over and walk with you towards the end.
That's where I go.
So you go in there, there'd be probably 4 or 5 dudes playing cards, just sitting around the table of the engine.
I would walk up and politely ask him, "Is there room for one more?"
If you've got the coin, there's always room.
Do I have coin? Let me see. What's our starting purse?
You would. You'd have money.
Yeah, I'd want to gamble if I could. I mean,
Okay. What do you have? Do you have gamble?
I remember taking it. I should.
You can also cheat with sleight of hand to make your gamble better.
I guess I don't have gamble. Did I not take gamble?
Yeah, Lando.
It's going to be basic probably, right? So you could do it untrained and have your stat halved.
Yeah, let's see what's the stat on that. Gamble
Why is sleight of hand not basic? Oh well.
Because pickpocketing is hard, Lynx.
Oh, let me see.
And if my initiative's 40 and it's going to be halved, which puts it at 20, what is that? What do I have to roll? A 20 or less?
20 or less.
Oh.
So it would be opposed, just so that you guys know how gambling works. It's an opposed roll. You and the other ones, you can do some sleight of hand to try to cheat your way to doing better. Like all of the stats, if you beat your score, so like let's say Pinkulus rolled and he rolled a 5, he would beat it by more than 10. So he would get 1 degree of success. Let's say he failed by, let's say he rolled a 44 and his stat halved was 20. He'd fail by 2 degrees of success because it's every 10 that you fail. So that would be a big loss, just so you have some idea of how the rolls work.
Right. Well, shoot. I didn't know I was that bad
You
at
want to try it?
I didn't know I was that bad at gambling. Are there
Nobody
any...
ever knows.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Let's see. We'll go for it. Let's do it.
All right. So go ahead and roll your game.
Oh, I fail.
Well, he may fail too. It's a pose roll. So what was your stat?
40 halved at 20.
So you failed you got 2 degrees of failure. We'll say that he's a 35, but he actually knows how to gamble. So we'll say he's got a 35. I'm gonna roll for it. He takes you for all you're worth. You have less clothes at the end of the evening.
What? I gave him my panties.
He smells them.
Oh yeah.
Ew. I don't even know how much I have.
Could I be in the room when he does
Come back anytime.
We're doing After Dark already, fellas?
Any other shenanigans or
This isn't
foolishness
After Dark
before?
talk.
Yeah,
the-
my
It's
one
almost 12
track
here.
mind. While people are doing stuff, I'm just asking everybody I can where I can find this flat face guy, where he hangs out at, his MO, that type.
So I'm gonna meta game just for a second with you, my friend Normac. Asking lots of questions about criminals is a good way not to find criminals. Just as a side note, do you have investigation or any other skills that you can utilize for this questioning?
No.
Would he also know my standing with the underworld, knowing that maybe I could have some connections?
Yeah, he would know that you're a criminal. That's all that he would know. That's all that he would know is that you're a criminal.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that, but I just saw everybody else talking to random people about stuff, so I was like, oh, I guess I can do that too, but
You
I
can
guess
do
that would be
whatever you
bad.
want. You can do it. It's okay. These are supposed to be your friends, right?
My
I
guy's
guess
going
that's
to bed.
true. I mean, I asked one guy about him, and he told me that he'd tell me where he was. So, I mean, can I talk to that guy more and ask him, like, where's this?
Sorry, I'm sending secret GM messages to one of the characters. What was your
Just
question?
to me, I can't see it. Text it.
Normac?
I want to talk to, what was it, Bill again? Bob? Something like that?
Bill, the first mate. You can go talk to him again if you want to. So he's on the
Yeah,
bridge. So you
just
walk up
that
and you see,
our conversation was cut.
as you walk up, you see Pinkyless
I
walking
know.
away.
I know. I did that on
And
purpose.
he's all sad because he lost
Why
a
does it
bunch.
say we'll be right back?
I know. Okay, sorry, everybody. Hold on. There we go. We're good. Almost.
Chat, did we lose you?
There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Had a quick hang up there. There we go. Everybody back? Can see it?
All good?
I think so.
Wonderful. So Bill is still sitting there just flicking the little cover for one of the consoles up and down over and over again.
Okay, so I just approach him again and just ask him the same thing, like where is he at? I'm looking for him.
Like I told you before, he probably is hanging out with Elaine but what do you want to know so bad?
I mean, you must know the bounty.
Are you looking to capture him? He'd kind of look
No.
at you and give you a really stern look. Half the crew has bounties on their.
I just sort of tell him no, and I let him know that I'm a good-natured soul who's trying to make sure that he's kept safe.
Do you have deception?
No. I have intimidate.
Do you want to try to intimidate him?
This is getting out of hand very quickly. Sure, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I would probably do.
So you're intimidating. I just want to make sure you understand. You're intimidating to make him feel safe.
You what?
You're intimidating him to make him feel safe?
Dude, I don't know. That's just the only skill I have.
Deception is a untrained skill, so just so you know.
Okay, but I have that penalty for it. Sure, we could. Let's do that one.
Okay. What's your fellowship?
It's low, like 27.
So you need like a 10 or a
I'm
like
not
a
a
12?
good guy.
You need a
That'd be
13. You got to get under a 13.
I already rolled. It's a 88.
An 88. Let me count failures.
Yeah.
Okay, so you failed by an astronomical amount. He does not believe that you have his best interest at heart. In fact, he feels like you probably are up to no good. Where'd you say you came from again? Cronin? Where are you from?
Creed.
Let me just give you some advice. Talk less. Mostly just talk less. Why don't you just go find yourself a place to sleep for the night, and we'll talk to the skipper about this.
I just leave.
Okay. And anyone else would like to poke things? Preferably rolling better than an 88?
Being a priest, I think poking things would be a bad idea.
I think it's time to get to the mission so we can die already.
I thought these dudes were like rough and tumble, like rogue trader people that were like out to. I didn't know they were all like. I didn't know this dude was friends with them.
Well, I mean, he bought an alien from some lady in the underworld, so they're probably not on the up and up. Probably.
Okay, well now I know that this flat face guy is associated with my allies. So, okay.
It's okay. It's you'll survive. Don't stress. Okay, so everyone's going to
No,
sleep.
I'm not
right?
worried about that. It's
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'm kind of going to bed, but I'm not really gonna.
You would sleep
You're
with one
sleeping
eye
with one
open
eye
for
open.
sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, so you guys all hit the sack. You get your rest. The bugle rallies everybody in the morning, and Bill's coming through, hitting the doors. Get up, get to the dock, get to the deck.
There's
Running
a
to the deck.
bugle in.
You know the doo doo doo.
Is this standard
Right.
procedure on a ship? Is this pretty normal? Or is this
I
under
mean, they'd
under
wake
attack?
everybody up.
Oh, okay.
No, it'd be the morning shift would get woken up. There'd be some people still sleeping, but the morning shift.
I do my best to be first at the dock.
Just wake up, get out.
I'll do my normal ecclesiastical routines, saying my prayers, burning some incense.
So you'd all muster at the deck.
I look at my
Skipper, if you
empty
stand there,
Go ahead.
you're chafed bottom because you have no underwear.
I saved the bottom.
So you'd muster at the deck, and the skipper would be walking back and forth, looking at everybody. He'd have a data slate in his hand, and to be kind of mumbling himself. Crew. Bill would nod to him and let, yes, sir. Everyone's here. So he'd turn and look at you and kind of look at his data slate and look at everybody's faces and everything. There'd be you all and the group that you had met originally on Port Arthur, as well as Joel and Haru would both be there as well. All right, man, we're gonna send you out there, and it should be pretty straightforward. He'd show you this data slate. There's a power mall that we need to grab for the good lady, and I'm counting on you all to get it for me. There's probably a lot of other valuable things that you could bring back with you, but of the most value is the ship. If you can get the ship going, then we can use it, and we can all be able to sleep with a little more elbow room if we can get it up and running.
What type of ship is it?
It's a cargo vessel. Does anybody have tech use?
I'm just looking at that. No. I have Archeo.
You have archaeotech use or archaeotech?
Archaeotech.
Is it like a lore or investigate or?
Oh yeah, it's forbidden lore. Sorry.
That's okay. So I mean, if we see any secret technology, so if you want to, you could probably roll to see if you recognize the.
Would logic work?
Logic would tell you that it's a weapon.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, like, okay, so you need tech use for what?
So I just need to know if anybody has tech use. If not, we're gonna send somebody with you. But I'm just letting Cassio know if he has archaeotech and it's an artifact. So if you want to roll to see if you recognize it, he could.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I've got I'm trained level, and I've got 38 intelligence. So I'll roll now. What do
You want to get under a 38?
Okay, 100. D100.
D100. Good job.
All
So
right.
you would recognize it. It's an ancient force maul, and it would not be of human design. You're not exactly sure what alien race it would be from, but it looks like it would be for a very Fey-like group of aliens, though you're not exactly sure which group.
Do I recognize it?
Yes. So the skipper would look over the data slate for a little while, and then he would kind of wave over to the doorway, and out would come a tech priest and say, "Gentlemen, this is Sub Magos Bergen. He's gonna be accompanying to see if he can get the ship going. Volmir, you up for flying?"
It's Vilmar, absolutely.
Thanks, Vilmar. Appreciate it. Bill, show them to the sergeant at arms, and if they want to get some gear, they can before they head out. So Bill would wave at you, and you guys would head towards the armory. So normally you this is out of character. Normally you guys would get to make one acquisition at the start. We're going to kind of do that now. I'm going to roll for it, but let me know if there's something specific that you're looking for, and I'll let you know if the army's got that gear or not. But you get to ask for one thing and one thing only.
I'm looking for anything Eldar related. Because I'm assuming that I don't have my normal weapons that I got when I created my.
You would not have those weapons. You would not have those weapons. Did you ever read the book? I can't remember what it's called, but the cover art is a space marine and an Eldar guardian back to back, and the Eldar guardian's got a shotgun in his hand. Did you ever see that book?
Yep, I saw that.
So that's probably what your situation is going to be like. They don't have any Eldar-esque things, but you can pick a Imperial one if you'd like.
What are my choices?
You get to ask what they have, and I'll tell you if they get it. So the sergeant at arms kind of nods at you as you walk up. What do you need? Armor?
What kind of weapons do you have available?
The kind that shoot. Do you want armor or do you want a weapon?
Give me a weapon.
So he kind of goes back to Stain, pulls out a hell gun and a knife, and hands them to you.
I'm looking for a power sword.
You guys are asking for the good stuff.
Of course, that was the good stuff.
He just kind of shrugged his shoulders. Priest, I don't have any extra power swords for you. And then he looks at Cassio.
Anything you can trade?
What's your armor situation, Cassio? How's your armor situation?
Sorry, my audio bugged out. Hold on. I've got the mesh, the Xeno mesh.
Is it all over?
What type of pistols can I ask for? I mean, do they have?
I feel like you missed the instructions. You get to ask for one thing, Mr. Priest, and you failed your role asking for a power weapon.
Yeah, okay. It just says Xenomesh armor, so I don't know.
You need to go. Did you put the armor on the character sheet?
Yeah, I put it on the body.
Did you read the description that told you where all the points were at?
I'm sure I did. I'll have to go back.
So if it's just body, then he gives you a helmet with. Then he throws you a helmet, and inside it's got a Vox link and a two armor. This will keep you safe.
Okay, thank you.
Looks at the angry death core of Krieg's. What do you need? What do you need? Armor or what?
Oh, sorry. I'll take a throwing knife.
All right. He pulls out a set of 3 throwing knives and he gives me.
All 3. Thank you.
Valmir?
Well, I've got guard flak armor. I've got a bolt pistol common and a common power sword. Let's see what you got for me. I don't know what I could use.
Brag, but okay.
What could I use off the side?
Grenades?
I would always take you know what? I'd say, give me some boom booms. You got a grenade? You got something that explodes?
He throws you some crack grenades. You get 2.
2 crack grenades. Thank you. Cheers.
All right, Bill. Pounds on the wall. Let's go. The other guys that are with you grab shotguns and las pistols and las guns and swords and bucklers, and they're all excited. Joel is still looking pretty grouchy. He's not seeming very happy about this, even though Haru is pretty enthusiastic about the whole.
Well, I guess I take Luke and Kaiden.
All right, so let's head back to the skiff runner and load up, and you, along with 4 of the red shirts, Haru and Joel, all head off to a ship that you can see off in the distance. uneventful
Yay.
fight, or are you guys messing with each other? Pinkyless is driving. Okay. So Pinkyless, you fly up there. Go ahead and roll pilot to dock with it. It's pretty straightforward, and so we'll give you a 10 to your die roll.
Okay, and also I have pilot. It's all trained. It's all beeped up. That. Let's see. Ah. There it is.
What's your agility? Did you make it?
Stand by. Checking my agility now. My agility's 41, but plus I'm pilot, and it's got 2 check marks next to it.
You got a plus 10 too, because it's an easy situation. So
yeah.
You line up with the dock and with the little portcullis or whatever, and the vacuum seals it tight, and the ship door is open, and you guys can head on to the other ship if you want to.
Nice job.
Double check, make sure I have my gear, and get ready to undock.
All right, the door's open. You walk through. You can, for those of you that are breathing air, it's pretty musky. There's all kinds of spider webs. The lights are flickering on and off. Every once in a while, a siren will go off in the distance. And there's just an old stench about it. And it looks like it's been here for a while.
Well, that is really pungent.
Smells like every other monk cave vessel I've been on.
So there are a series of skills called exploration skills, and when you guys need to, or when any group of little intrepid explorers need to explore a situation, you kind of work together. So you have 2 objectives, right? Your main objective is to find the artifact. The other objective is to get the ship going. So the tech priest heads off to the bridge. The rest of you are going to need to work together to make explorer check skills, and you'll tell me what your explorer skills are, and we'll roll for them. And we need to get a total of 6 successes. We'll take turns rolling. If we pass, it makes it easier. If we fail, it makes it harder. You'll have to learn as we go.
I don't have explorer on my sheet.
No explorer
Why do you
skills.
need us to run?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have
what
any
are
either.
the explorers?
I
Yeah,
have.
what are
It should say explorer next to them. Let me consult the character sheets. Gracier, do you have the book in front of you? The main.
I do not have it in front of me.
Well, thankfully, this character sheet is not organized the way that a normal person would organize it. So let me look, because there's a group of skills. So I'll read them to you guys. Hold on a second.
This is actually a good spot. We take a short recess.
Perfect, Pinkyless. Perfect.
All right, folks, go ahead and stay tuned. We're going to take a short recess, and we'll be back in about 5. All right, folks. Sorry about the delay. We are coming right back live to you now. And we are back.
Welcome back, everyone. When last we left our explorers, they had just boarded the ship Vault of Mercer, and we're starting to look around. We have consulted all the sacred texts and are pretty well versed in the mechanics at this point, just so everyone's aware. There's a category of skills called exploration skills, things like awareness, security, things of that nature. And the folks are gonna use those skills in turn. If an individual succeeds, it makes it easier for the next person. If they fail, it makes it harder. And once we get a certain number of successes, they find what they're looking for. Or if they have a certain degree of failures, then they've botched it too badly, and bad things will happen. So we're going to turn it back to the players to tell what they're doing for their exploration strategy.
Well, I've got awareness, which is one of them, and it's basic, but I'm just going to look for things.
Does anybody have awareness trained, though? Because if you don't have it trained, then it's going to be
I do have it trained.
All right.
I do have it trained.
It should be trained. All right, go. Why don't you want to lead us off then, Grace here?
Yep. I'll so terrible.
Grace here, what's your stat?
41.
So that's 4 degrees of failure. So you guys are sub 4, and it's at a -10 now. Who wants to try next?
I don't have it trained, but I can. I only have awareness.
Why don't you wait to see if anybody else has it trained?
Normac?
Probably. What? Go ahead. What's your perception or perception? Right. Did anybody hold up before you roll? Should we talk about fate real quick and what fate can do?
Yeah.
So fate can do a variety of things, and without having to belabor the issue too much, we're going to go ahead and let Gracier know that if he'd like to, he can use a fate point, which he will get back at the end of the gaming session to reroll his dice roll if he would.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, I will roll it. That's not really much that.
He sucked less that time, so that's good. So for this mechanics right now, you can use it to re-roll a die, or if you want to do it beforehand, you can do it to add a +10 to what you're going to roll, but you don't get to know what you're going to roll before you use a fate point.
And when do you get these fate points back?
They either through role-playing during the game session, or they just automatically repopulate during the next game session. So you've got your 4 or 5 fate points, and you can expend them to affect dice rolls, or you can burn them permanently to keep yourself alive when you otherwise would have died.
Gotcha.
They're exactly like force points in the old Star Wars.
Gotcha.
So would you like?
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's up to you, Pingless. So like I said, you can spend one beforehand to give yourself a +10 and then roll, or you can roll, and then if you want to re-roll, you can with it. But whatever you.
Okay, so help me out with the math here then. If my perception is at 39 here.
Yep. So you want to get equal to under 39, but thanks
even
to
if I'm trained, train just makes it even.
Train makes it even. If you have expertise in it, gives you +10 to it.
Gotcha.
And there's talents that increase it as well. But thanks to our Dark Eldar friend flubbing the roll, there's a -10 modifier because he's casting up a lot of dust or doing some other foolishness.
I'm going to take
security. Security be another option as well.
I'm going to take
Cassio, any other exploration skills that might be of use that people may or may not have?
I'll go ahead and take a fate point to give myself a +10, maybe.
Survival, security, search, navigation, awareness.
So if anybody has those trained would be a good idea. But let's go for it. Pinky, let's roll low. Come on.
Am I using the fate or no?
I would suggest.
Okay. Been in a fate. Let's roll the dice. $48. Let's see. If it's a -9 plus or -10 plus a +10, that just makes it still a -30. I failed by 9.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you didn't fail by 10, so that's a yes. You didn't fail by 10, so that's good. Who this is getting rough. So we're gonna say we're back down to a 0 to help you guys out. We're throwing you a bone. Who's next?
Don't have it trained. Go ahead. If you have it trained.
No. I don't. I have awareness, basic, and perception 44.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
fate
have
point.
search or tech use or security?
Did you say survival was it?
Yes.
Survival is one of them.
I have basic survival, but I don't have it trained.
Okay. Do you have it trained? If you've got the tick, then it means it's trained.
It's basic.
Okay, the skill is basic. Do you have training in it?
Right. Some of us actually filled out our character sheets correctly, so
There's two of them. There's the one that's checked that says basic, and then there's one right
Perfect.
next to it that's unchecked that says trained.
And it's unchecked.
Unchecked. I just have the one that's ticked for basic. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, we need to double check everything. I think, like Pinkulus too, I think the first box means either that it counts as basic if it's advanced, and if it's not advanced, then it means you're trained.
no, because there is basic, and all of the items that are basic skills, you are given automatically, and then you've got the ones that are trained skills. And that's the next checkbox. After that, then it becomes plus 10%, and then another one says plus another 10%.
Some of them have advanced skills, like Pinkulus's dude has certain pilots as advanced treated as basic. I'm not sure we all did it the same way. I'm pretty sure that
some
people
probably messed up their
characters. Are you saying we're all supposed to have trained, or I mean, basic by default, and then we add on to that?
That is correct. And then when you actually create your character, there are items that become basic to, go through that tree. There's other items that become basic trained skill, not trained, but basic skills that you would not normally have basic.
Right.
For example, for me, I'm a logic. Logic is not a basic, or is it? It is a basic skill. Never mind. It's a normal basic skill. I'm sorry. Here we go. Demonology. Demonology is not one that I would normally have. And I got.
Now that we're all thoroughly confused. Normac, what's your perception?
We're going for survival because that one's on intelligent.
What's your intelligence?
32.
Would you like to use a fate?
I mean, I don't see when else we're going to, so sure.
Excellent. Roll low.
Nope.
WTF. What's the freaking point?
Okay, I've got trained awareness. Can I do that?
Yes, you can. Go ahead. Let's see it. Lower than a 50. What is your perception?
44.
So you succeeded. Excellent. So we have one success
just tearing it up tonight
against a whole lot of failures. Who has not rolled yet?
I have not.
All right, Lynx, you got to overcome Normac's 93, so that means you got to roll really.
I just want to make sure everybody knows that we haven't found jack crap in this ship at all yet, because we don't know anything. Is that a bulkhead or is that a door? I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are
I
stumbling
failed
into
at
things, tripping over
surviving.
crap.
Whatever, just roll.
Well, we may need to look at a new dice rolling system because this is ridiculous. Well, Trevor failed
Yo,
miserably as
fist
well.
bump me. Fist bump me.
So after what seems like hours of arduous searching, Cassio finds good feelings, but that's about.
Good feelings?
Yeah, it's a group effort. So you feel good about your efforts, but that's about all you get out of the experience.
Wow.
So as you're looking around, you come across a room that's pretty open. It looks like it probably was the armory at some point in time, but because this is not a transport, like a trade ship, there'd be pretty sparse. The gun racks look pretty empty. Everybody go ahead and roll perception, or not perception, awareness. Whatever form or function it comes in, if you have it trained, then just get equal to or under your deal. If you do not have it trained, then have your stat before you roll for it. But everybody roll perception. Or awareness, I apologize, awareness.
Hey, I got a 22. Mine is 41. Oh, Pinky.
Holy shit. This is going to be bad.
I'd like
You
to
had
just
gone
state
blind
that you
now?
all suck.
I think Pinky and I just found an airlock.
We may need to look for a new dice rolling system. All right. Well,
Maybe the
Tal,
GM shouldn't make this the frickin' ship of death.
you're rolling 99s and 100s the whole freaking time, Pinky-less.
Maybe it wouldn't have been necessary had somebody else found something in this encounter if it would have been nearly possible.
I
Did
haven't
you
rolled
pass
sub
Cassius?
80.
I
you
do
said-
think that there would be
I-
actual dinosaurs on the dinosaur tour.
Cassio, did you hit your mark, my friend?
I got a 32.
What is your percent?
44.
And do you have it? Do you have any boxes at all related to this?
To awareness?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got 2 boxes on awareness. I'm trained at the training.
Excellent. You definitively are going to see what we're talking about. Normac, have you?
You asking me about awareness? You
I'm asking about awareness.
No, I don't have any awareness, and I rolled an 86. So I have temporary blind.
So Vilmar, Brother Maynard, and Cronin are just kind of still looking. Cassio, Poise sees in the darkness of the room, you see something that makes the darkness look pretty bright in comparison. It is pitch black, and it looks as if it's looking back at you. Talitha would recognize that this is a webway portal, and would probably have a really dark feeling in the belly of would be terrified right now, would not be happy. This is not a good thing to be sitting around on an.
Wow. I inform my compatriots of what.
So you got 5 seconds of dialogue before something's going to happen.
Send nude.
Where's your cock?
Man, your 5 seconds are like up.
Yeah. I'm out.
I'm sorry. We need to get out of here now.
As he screams that, all the color in the room seems to suck away, and there's a huge, loud shrieking sound. Anything that's not kind of bolted down, and all of you kind of lean towards this dark little point in the corner of the room with the loud popping sound. All the color goes back, and Kabalite warriors start walking out of the hole in the ground.
Fuck
Do
this.
we notice
I
this?
start shooting. Shooting.
Do I recognize?
We can see if you recognize them when it's your turn.
Okay, what type of warriors?
Kabalite warriors. You see two dudes kind of step through in Kabalite armor.
I just want a quick draw on both of them and just cap them both.
So everyone's going to roll for initiative.
How do we do this again?
Pooch on that.
So initiative is you roll a d10, just a d10, and you add your agility modifier, which is the tens digit of your agility score.
Total 18 for me.
No, you failed, Cassie. You need to go back and do a not a D100.
Thank you.
Otherwise, that's like
I
a
rolled
1.
the wrong
9
thing
for
too.
me.
But I got the same result.
Total of 10.
I have a 5.
Mine's 7.
Okay, so tell me who rolled lowest.
I rolled
Pinky.
7.
Normac.
Oh no, Pinky roll. Not
I
Pinky. No, sorry.
apologize.
Lynx.
Who rolled the best? Who rolled the best? I apologize.
Highest or lowest?
Highest looks like Pinky.
And I think both of our dice mills might be wrong. Hold on, Normac. Are they? Were they supposed to be on the 10 or the 100?
They're supposed to
You're
be done on
rolling
the 10.
a d10 and adding your agility modifier, which is the tens digit.
I accidentally did a 6 first, then I rolled a 3, and then I switched to a 10, and I got a 3. So it's a 7.
Okay, I'm trying to map out the combat here. So just tell me who rolled highest.
Okay, Pinky, what's your modifier on your 8? Okay, so
You got a
he's
12.
got a 12.
So is he highest, or anybody higher than a 12?
He's
What
highest.
did Grace here? Okay, he rolled a Cassio. What's your?
I
Yeah,
got a
he's the
9.
highest, 12. 9.
Who's next?
Cassio, what's your
Yeah,
modifier?
10. I think I'm next. I'm 10.
Yep, Cassio's next. Then it'd probably be with Gracier, then Normac,
Would
then
Gracier roll? Would Gracier roll?
a 9.
Who's
Normac's
before,
at-
Trevor or Cam?
Normac is at 7.
And what'd you get, Trev?
5.
All right, let me pull up my bad guy. Hold on.
Here we go. It's going to happen, everybody. We are going to fight.
All right, they've got an agility of 52. So somebody roll a d10 for me and add 5 to it. Tell me what they.
13.
So they get to go first?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Looks like it.
All right, wonderful. So the two Cowboy Warriors come through, pitch black armor. Anybody got lore, Dark Eldar, or anything else that kind of like that?
I got lore Dark Elder.
It would be Dark Eldar. We were supposed to pick. It would have been Dark Eldar for sure. I'm pretty sure you get it. I thought you got it from your Dark Voyage. Yeah, either way, if it's Xenos, then you could use it either way. Both of you guys go ahead and roll and add your, is it intelligence or what is the modifier with it? Perfect. To D100. And you want to get under, I think it's intelligence.
Yeah, so I rolled a
Grace here.
Yeah, I rolled a 56. Yeah, my intelligence 41. Yeah. Failed.
Grace here.
I got a 41 for my intelligence. I rolled a 50.
You both failed. All right. Neither of you recognize these Kabbalah warriors as they shoot at your faces. We're going to say that they're going to target the red shirts that also ran in the room at the same time and see what happens. So
Thank you, red shirts.
We've got a ballistic skill of 41. Normac, you want to roll for him for me? Well, I've got all these things pulled up because I can't have too many screens up at one time, please.
Sure. What is it?
You want to get equal to or under a 41.
No, you don't want to get equal to or under 41. Good job.
68. Good thing you chose me because I've been getting high rolls this whole time.
Wonderful. And then go roll for the other dude because there's two dudes.
97. He accidentally shoots the other guy. No.
Horrible. You're done rolling for everybody. All right. So the two dudes step through, yell some horrific cry, and spray little needles all across the back of the room. Who's first to shoot back? Pinkulus. All right. What are you gonna do, Pinkulus? All right. Go ahead. You gotta get under your ballistic skill.
Fixing it. Yep. Ballistic skill at 44.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just so that, let me give a quick rundown of how combat works. So you've got one action basically. An attack is a half action. Aiming is a half action. You could aim and then attack.
Okay. And can I attack twice?
If you've got certain skills that can let you attack multiple times.
Okay, well then I'm
If
just
you
gonna
got two
aim and
weapons,
attack. I'll just go for the normal.
so you aim, it's gonna give you a +10, and then you're gonna shoot.
So that would be a 3. Cool. And I needed a 54. So I had a 54.
Wonderful. All right, but we got to see if he can jump out of the way because everyone gets a dodge. Normac, you're done rolling. Cassio, you want to roll for our dodge? Their agility is 52.
Which one am I rolling? D6 or D10?
Percentile.
Rigged.
Percentile.
No,
I want to recount.
rigged.
What'd you roll, Cassio?
3.
He rolled a 3.
Excellent. So you take aim very carefully, Volmir, and you squeeze your trigger just like you were trained. The shot fires towards his head, and he jumps out of the way just a little. I think Cassio's up next.
All right, I'm gonna try to blast him with my hell pistol.
Perfect. So if you shoot the same dude that Pinkless shot at, he can only dodge one time, unless he's got extra dodges, which I'm looking for, and I'll see.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot at him.
All right, go for it.
17.
So you hit him, right?
I think so. Do I need to modify it?
Nope, you hit him. So he can't dodge because you already done that. What's your damage?
All right, so it's 1d10 plus 4.
1d10 plus 4?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Total of 5.
Okay, so you rolled a total of 5. So his Cavalite armor soaks up 4 points of damage, and his 34 toughness soaks up 3 points of damage. So he gets shot in the shoulder, he bounces back, but he's uninjured.
Glad we brought you along, Cassio.
Mr. Gracier.
All right, so let me just confirm that these are not Cabalites from my Cabal. Right?
Did you fail your check?
I did.
Then
Yeah,
you're
no
too
idea.
distracted to know. You're too worried about the future rectal examination to worry about that right.
Well, it's ultimately better not to be captured by a separate Cabal. So I'm going to take the chance and I'm going to fire on him. I'm going to take aim.
So you aim, gives you plus 10, and then you're going to shoot. Go for it.
Okay, and I'm rolling a 100. Is that correct?
Rolling a 100, you want to get under your ballistic skill, and you get a plus 10 to your deal.
Oh, that's funny. My ballistic skill is a 30.
So just tell me if you pass it. I can't see the decimals. I got the bad guy's stats and stuff pulled up.
I believe I passed because I rolled a 30.
And did you shoot the same dude or a different dude?
We'll go with the same dude.
All right, so he's got no dodge. Go and roll your damage, my friend.
Gave me a hell gun, right? So it's going to be D10 plus. It's got a penetration of 7, FYI. So that's
I'm gonna say that their armor's resistance to hellgun fire to flashlight. They have anti-flashlight weapons armor.
I feel attacked.
Okay, well I rolled a 7.
Total?
I'm sorry, a 9. A 9.
9? Okay. So he's taking 2 wounds. Who's next? After that goes Miss.
Who?
Normac.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I want to quick draw both of my bolt pistols and shoot at each one of them once with both hands.
And
I
you've
can do that,
reviewed the. You certainly can. Just for my own mental health, have you looked at the rules for 2-weapon fighting yet?
Yes, I get a penalty for it, but I have ambidextrous, so it's not as bad.
Okay, so go ahead. Tell me if
All
you hit
right.
or not.
Go big or go home, my friend. That looks like I hit. Yeah, I have 45, and then I'm pretty sure it's a 10. It's a penalty of 10, but my skill is 45, so that would have been 43. So I hit. Right? Anybody want to check that?
What did you roll?
I rolled 33. My
Perfect,
skill is
you're
45.
Good. Yep, you're good.
Okay.
You hit. Good job.
Okay. Cool. I hit them both, right?
Did you? I can't look at it. You gotta tell me what you got, brother.
Yeah, that's what I did. As what I said, I shot each
Perfect.
one right
Perfect. All right.
because there's two of
Lynx,
them. Yeah.
roll a dodge. Roll a dodge for the one that's.
I'm sorry, what?
Roll dodge for the one that can still dodge. He's got a 52.
Gosh dang it.
These are slippery
I rolled
boys, I tell you.
Did you roll good? You rolled good, didn't you? All right.
He
So
got a
what's your
6.
damage, Cassio? Or I mean, Normac.
Wait, but didn't he dodge it?
But you hit the other dude, and the other dude doesn't get to dodge, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, if he doesn't, okay. 1d10 plus 5, and since it's a bolt pistol, I roll twice and remove the lower roll.
You have to tell me. I'm
Oh, that's
not
what it said. Yeah, I'm
familiar with
okay.
every.
I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So, okay. Let me roll that twice.
If you mess up, it's all good.
Okay, so it's 1d10 plus 5, and we take the high.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 5. It's a 14.
All right, so the dark color falls to his ass, shaken, but still kind of stands back up again and looks at you. But it's he's looking pretty black.
Good. That thus concludes Normac's turn.
All right, brother Maynard, what are you gonna do?
How close am I?
You're close enough to whack him if you want to.
All right, I will do the old battle cry of, they are requesting kindness. Run at them and charge and whack them with my.
Kill him with kindness, Link. Kill him with
All
kindness.
right, go
I
for
will
it.
slay thee with kindness. Or not.
So you swing wildly around their head.
I'm going to use a fate point to re-roll that.
Okay. I'm just gonna metagame for a minute. This is the first round of combat. You may want to conserve your fate points. Potentially.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. It waves wildly in the distance. Last but not least, we're gonna have our red shirts are gonna.
Come on, red shirts. We're counting on you.
Yeah, pick up our slack.
Considering that the red shirts are probably more valuable than us right now.
Isn't it great?
Lynx has a red shirt.
The red shirts are all going to open fire on the dude that has no damage taken from them because they're foolish red shirts. They're going to roll 4 times because there's 4 of them, and they have a BS of 35, and I'm going to roll it. Here we go. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. 3 dudes
Oh my goodness.
take aim with their las weapons and shoot right for the eyeball.
I think the problem is that
I always liked you guys.
yeah, right. Not only that, I have to say that all my good rolls were used for DM rolls. That's horrible.
So their weapon does 1d10 plus 3. Let's see what happens with the
We'll be right back, everybody. We are having a short malfunction. There. All right, holy cow, we got that. Yeah. Oh, here we go. And we are live.
Welcome back, everybody. So our intrepid red shirts plastered the crap out of the other Cabalite warrior, but his armor stayed true, and he shrugged off the attacks and came back, bolstered by the marksmanship of our intrepid red shirts. Our player character adventurers feel pretty confident about the situation at the end of Combat 1. Unfortunately for them, though, at the start of Combat 2, as the Dark Eldar warriors step forward and they make room for 3 more Dark Eldar warriors to come through the webway, plus a more ornate and elaborate Cabalite Trueborn steps through with a quite fearsome looking lance weapon in his hand. 2 grotesque racks crawl through, hunched over, bustles bulging throughout, followed closely by a homunculus leader. We will end with the start of the next round of combat with the Cabalite Trueborn taking home for one of the red shirts. A bright flash of light peels through the darkness and connects with one of our red shirts, and he explodes.
Oh,
Not
no.
Kenny.
They were the only ones
Edgy.
making it.
They were the only ones working here.
It was the one that missed.
And that's why we have red shirts.
He was watching. You want to close the session up, Pinky? Let's let them know we'll be back next.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. So, as you've seen, we're going to leave you here on a cliffhanger hanger as the Dark Eldar Highborn we are about to fight. We'll be back with you next Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also follow our channel. You can go down below. You can hit on our Twitter, and you can keep up to date with what we're doing. Also, if you've joined us, go ahead and hit the follow button if you've liked what you've seen. If you stay tuned, we're going to be adding more programs to this show. We've got some pro painters. We've got some board game lovers who are going to talk about board games. And we've got just a full spectrum of things that are going to be coming out. And some games from, what do you call it? Total War Warhammer 2, where me and Oak Shaggy are going to play some campaigning. And we're also going to do some Stellaris. We're going to do some battles on that, a couple of us. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll have some more mini-series coming out, some more role plays eventually. But join us next week for another episode of Rogue Trader. hidden enemies. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
This concludes our broadcast event. Thank you for joining. And please join us next week for Realm Lores, the Book of Lore.